and welcome to ECCB Connects, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, designed to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. This week, we learn about the Regional Schools Investment Competition, an exciting initiative targeting the young people of our region, equipping them with the skills, confidence, and exposure to make smart financial decisions for the future. The third annual Schools Investment Competition is hosted by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange, its licensed member broker-dealers, and the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission. Stay with us, we'll tell you more after the break. Thank you for staying connected with us. We're joined by Youlouca Armony Browne from the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange. She will be telling us about the third annual Regional Schools Investment Competition, why it matters, and why school children should get involved. Youlouca, welcome to ECCB Connects.
Thank you, Shanna. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Tell us about this investment competition. What is so special about it?
The Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange spearheaded an initiative in collaboration with its partners, the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission, as well as the 6 licensed member brokers, to essentially bring about this initiative because we recognized that we needed to do more in terms of education, especially targeting young people. There are quite a lot of students we felt are they're not exposed to information about investment fundamentals, and they don't know much about the regional market that we operate. So we wanted to do more in terms of that, and so this idea was born and this initiative was born to do that.
And you're in the 3rd year of having the competition now.
Yes.
What have you seen during that period?
Well, we've seen a lot more excitement in terms of the students. They are obviously very interested in investing and learning how to build wealth. And so we've seen a lot more interest in terms of both students and teachers even reaching out to us to learn more about how they can get involved in investing. So that is one of the aims that we had. And the students are also generally more inspired and in terms of looking at career opportunities in the field of investing. So that's what we have seen.
So generally, what can students expect to experience as they partake in this whole initiative?
First, we provide them as a precursor to the competition. There's an investment education webinar. And so the students have to participate in that just to get general information about securities, the difference between investing and saving, the types of financial security products in the market, and of course to learn more about how our market operates across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. So they get that information, and then of course they get first-hand experience in actually thinking about how do I analyze whether or not I should invest in this security versus another security. So they get hands-on experience in terms of the world of investing, trading, what goes behind decision, strategy making in terms of investing.
Youlouca, do you have specific example to share about how students invest or practice investment during the competition?
In terms of what they're required to do, so they meet as a group in their schools, and they would analyze, they would get information related to the company in terms of their financials. We also issue market news on a daily basis. So they would look at these things to analyze, the company itself, the environment, what is the market saying, and then they determine how they'd like to purchase or sell particular securities. They generally come up with some sort of strategic approach in the beginning, so that's something that they do at their first meeting. So once the approach is aligned in terms of investing in particular securities, but aligned with the strategy, then that's something that they would do, and they would then put through the purchase or sales order to the broker-dealer to place the trade.
Sounds good. Who is the competition for, and how can they register?
In terms of eligible participants, we target 3rd and 5th form students throughout the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. The one group per school, and we have about 4 to 6 students per group. So minimum 4 students, maximum 6 students per group. So 3rd to 4th form students, as well as first year college students. And we've already written to the Ministries of Education. This is something that the Ministry of Education have endorsed. And so we've notified them. The competition, the registration is actually open now. And so the schools, the Ministry of Education has been assisting us in circulating the information to the various schools. And those interested could then there's an online registration on the ECSC website. That's ecsconline.com, where it has the information page, it has the link to register, etc. So anything about the information you can find on that page. And we encourage persons to start registering now. The deadline is 3rd of October.
And what's in store for the winners?
Oh, so some great things are in store. I just want to mention too, because this is our 3rd year. This year is a little different. The first 2 years, the format of the competition, it was run in 2 phases, an intra-country phase and a regional phase. And this time around, we decided to just have the regional phase because both Anguilla and Montserrat was a little disadvantaged because they don't have one secondary school. So we decided all schools will compete across the region to vie for regional champion. We've also increased the prize. So the school will receive $6,500. The students will receive, each of the students will receive $540 investment, worth of investment, so they could determine whether they'd like to use that to invest on any of the securities listed on the Securities Exchange. We also have 2 mutual funds that are licensed to operate in our market, so they can also choose to invest in a mutual fund as well. So that's to get them started. And of course, they have goodie bags, they have certificates that they will receive, as well as a rotational trophy. We've kind of increased the price for the runner-up, given that we're not having the country phase. And so the runner-up the school will also receive cash prize of $3,000. The students will receive an investment prize of $270. And I forgot to mention in both cases, the regional champion, as well as for the runner-up, the teachers will also receive a waiver of broker fees for their first investment. So we're obviously trying to encourage persons to get into investing, because even though saving and budgeting are very important, but saving is more preservation of wealth. Investing is, of course, building and creating wealth so that you could reach your financial goals faster.
Sounds really good. Why was it important to have this on a regional scale?
Well, first of all, the market is a regional market. It's licensed to operate in throughout the ECCU. And all of us market players, the ECSC, the commission who regulates the entire market, and of course the broker-dealers. And I just want to mention the broker-dealers here. So the 6 licensed broker-dealers are First Citizens Investment Services, Bank of St. Lucia Limited, Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank, and Bank of Nevis Limited. So all of us, we're licensed to operate in this region. So it's just appropriate that we extend this competition to all of the students across the region, because that's who we target in terms of the populace. That's who we're trying to develop and ensure that they have the education and tools that they need to take advantage in investing.
Youlouca, looking ahead at the bigger picture, what do you hope that the students who participate in this competition will take away?
Well, we're hopeful that this competition inspires them to learn more about investing and to get involved perhaps in investing careers, whether it be financial advisors, broker-dealers, or entrepreneurs who then list on the exchange. So we just hope to inspire them, and also we hope that they also share this information with the teachers and their parents and inspire everybody to learn more about investing. We really need, we have generally a buy and hold and conservative culture, and so it really takes a change in culture to realize that persons, yeah, you don't have to have a lot of money to start small in terms of investing and to make your money work for you essentially.
Yeah, and I think that's important as we try to build an investment culture in our region.
Exactly, yes. So we're hoping that they will be the future investors. Yes, and not just investors, but also they will have the companies that will then list on the exchange, because obviously the exchange is also important for companies to raise capital. And so overall, this will be down to the benefit of the entire region.
And now for this week's financial tip.
Develop the habit of saving by setting aside small amounts regularly. Be consistent.
We've come to the end of this week's episode of ECCB Connects. We discussed the 3rd annual Regional Schools Investment Competition, an initiative aimed at giving our young people the skills, confidence, and exposure to make smart financial decisions for the future. For more information, kindly visit www.ecseonline.com. Thank you for watching. Be sure to join us again next week when we will be back with another program.